Hello students, welcome to my history class. I hope all of you have seen the videos that is containing your explanation part of the chapter, and also you are writing down from your PDF file uploaded in your blog. Today we will start your chapter 5, that is a new chapter, and it is in your second summative test. The chapter is all about Europe in the 20th century. So, we are starting the chapter. In this chapter, first we will discuss about Russia. The word Tsar is derived from Latin word Caesar. C-A-E-S-E-R. Caesar. The title Tsar was used by the Russian emperor to mean the supreme leader or the supremacy of the leading person. Tsarism or Tsardom is a system of government that prevailed under the rule of Tsars in Russia. Ivan IV was the Russian ruler who first assumed the title as the Tsar in 1647. Michael Romanov started his dynasty, and he was also the founder of the Romanov dynasty. Tsar Nicholas II, the last ruler of Romanov dynasty, was Tsar Nicholas II. He was forced to abdicate in 1917 as a consequence of the Russian Revolution. Due to Russian Revolution, the people forced their king, and they driven out their king to leave the throne, and Tsar Nicholas II was forced to leave his throne for the consequence of Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution was a people revolt, and it shook the seat of the dynasty, and also the consequence of this revolt, according to the people's will, the king had to leave his post. Next is the Tsardom or the Tsarist rule. The system of the government under the Tsars was pure, simple autocrat. The Tsar was autocrat and the system was autocracy. The Russian emperor was absolute autocrat. A word Tsar was enough to change and abolish the existing institution or law. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the attempt was made to introduce some kinds of reforms that would 19th centuries introduce some successful laws. It was not before the revolutionary disturbance in 1905 that Nicholas II was the last Tsar of Russia was compelled to grant the certain concession. The people were asking for the great concession, certain concession for them. Despite of such concession, the form of government remained basically absolute autocracy. The combination of representative government, or you can say the representative assembly, and the autocracy of the Tsar, his reforms was impractical and eventually failed. Revolutionary forces has been active in Russia since the foundation of Romanov dynasty. In fact, Romanov, who were wiped away the revolutionaries of 1917 and ascend the throne through a revolutionary upsurge. However, the early days of the revolt were not directed against the Tsar, or precisely we can say that against the autocracy was an institution. The first open attempt at revolutionary change was ill-fated and abortive. It was the Decembrist revolt. You can check in your book. It is in page number 94. So it was called Decembrist revolt. It was happened in 14 December. That is why this revolt is known as Decembrist revolt of 1825. It was only the emancipation, or you can say the freedom of the Tsar, under the control of Tsarist rule. And that time the Tsar was Alexander II. The political movement that gained the prominence in 19th century was the Nardonic movement. The Nardonic movement was the People's War, or we can say the People's Revolt, who sincerely believed in peasantry to be the leading figure of the Nardonic movement. In a faction of formed a terrorist, it was also in a faction of them. They formed a terrorist organization called Nardonia Volia. The meaning of this word is people's will, or according to the people's will. One of its members was responsible for the assassination of Tsar Alexander II. The Tsarist autocracy reached its apogee under Tsar Alexander III, or reached in the height in the reign of Tsar Alexander III. But in the same time, the economic sector he affected regeneration by the industrialization of Russia. At the same time, this situation was created the conductive spread of mass discontentment expressed by the worker strike, working class consciousness, agitation, and the revolutionary activities were also frightened the government. Among these some were attracted towards the revolutionary activities, and it was also the background of the Russian Marxism, or we can say from here the Russian Marxism theory has been derived. It is to be traced later in my next video, and we will explain the next part in my next video. So till that, be safe and stay healthy.